in regards to Eric Bieniemy, how successful he's been, and then you have, lesser coaches, kind of jumping over him on the head coaching ladder.
Dan Campbell and the kneecap?
I know.
What is your take on some of these excuses that you're hearing put out there as to why he hasn't been hired yet, his past and things of that nature?
I just laugh. I just laugh. It's just comical, right? There is no legitimate excuse for why Eric Bieniemy doesn't have a job. There's no legitimate excuse. The only reason why he doesn't have a job is because of systemic racism, right? And that's not to say every owner is explicitly racist, but based on how society or how America was founded and the 400-year head start that white Americans got, this is why you have such a lack of representation when it comes to black coaches, because white coaches have been given a head start. Their fathers, have been head coaches. So you see,
Brian Schottenheimer,
you see the Kyle Shanahan, and they can be good coaches, but they've been given a leg up. So when I hear people talk about his past, Eric Bieniemy, okay, sure, but you got Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer doesn't have. He is not a great. He is a horrible judge of character based on his track record.
Even in this day and age, still hiring the guy from Iowa that got fired for being outright racist.
Yeah, and
which you didn't care about clearly.
Clearly not. Like,
the guy resigned himself because even he was like, "You sure you want to hire me now in an NFL franchise?"
That's what pressure.
That's what
pressure does.
Yeah, that public pressure. So yeah, when I hear all these excuses, it makes me laugh because I know it's just a cover for racism and prejudice. Like there's always some excuse, and then at the same time, it's extremely deflating and disheartening because what is it going to take to change? We're not going to be just having one black coach hired or two black head coaches hired, each year when there's a revolving door is not going to be significant or sustained progress. What will happen when we get sustained progress is when we have I don't know, maybe half the coaches are black, half the coaches are white. And then you have people getting fired and this, so-and-so got fired. Okay, cool. All right. Then another black coach comes in or another white coach comes in and there's more of an even playing field. But now when you've got three black head coaches in NFL and one of them is a lame duck and just put in to the Texans situation so that they can have a black face taking the brunt of all this heat with Deshaun Watson. It's like, okay, we know what the game is here. We can see beyond the, we wanted to hire David Culley's the best person for the job. It's because I don't ownership has to want to care, right? Ownership has to want to be open to uncomfortable conversations. And I don't think many, if all, are open to that. So it's like, what do we got to do? Like I had Tony Dungy on the Bigger Than Sports show last week, and he was saying how you have to have every stone turn. You have to look under every stone, and you have to be intentional. Like, are we really doing the best work, the best research and evaluations for these coaches to get the job? So it's a long battle, but we know what time it is, so we'll keep fighting.
Definitely. And shout out to Ray Jarvis over at the Gray Area podcast in the comments said the coaching issue needs to be spotlighted daily. The Gray Area, great friend of the Sports Hitless network of shows.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's they just sound like dog whistles, right? The excuses as to why black head coaches are not being hired, whether it's they don't interview well, or in the case of Eric Bieniemy, that he's as an offensive coordinator, he's not calling the plays. So to say that.
Yeah,
Doug Peterson wasn't calling the plays.
Yeah, neither was Charles Nagy.
Nagy shouldn't even have a job anymore.
That shouldn't come up. It just shouldn't be a part of the conversation. Yet it is, But like when a white head coach is interviewing and it doesn't come up when a black head coach does, it's very obvious, when you compare the two, what's at play here, And to me, it's just a way of circumventing the Rooney Rule, where you're like, okay, we brought them in, we interviewed them, so we do what we have to do, check the box, and like I said, on it's disingenuous.